it's time to get this show on the road.
Well, Larsen would like, I am sure, to finish this session with Europe very much in the ascendancy. They've dominated Saturday night. It's been all right for Team Europe, that's for sure. It's been all wrong for the Americans.
Well, they do say Saturday night's all right for a fight, but it's not really been a fight, has it? It's been very much a one-sided boxing match, if that's what you want to call it.
If this was boxing, a referee would have stepped in by now. But it's not. It is bowling, and it's Martin Larsen. Straight in the pocket and out of the blocks fast.
No corner pins, how about that?
That's the other Swedish guy.
Yeah. Straight down the line, straight in the pocket, great looking shot. Yeah, Martin's very pleased with that for an opener.
Got off to a slow start in his singles match. His approach was absolutely perfect then, and the end product was perfect as well from Rash.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for a real captain's innings as well. Really needs the victory.
Well, he does in more senses than just the scorecard as well, Cass, because if he loses this, he's the guy that put Martin Larsen in. That's going to be talked about a lot if this blows up in his face.
Yeah, perhaps his team members won't let him live that down tonight when they're eating chicken and beer. Looking for number 2.
No joy. No luck there for Martin Larsen.
Yeah, ringing 10 pin. Good looking shot, maybe just a fraction of light. That's why the 10 pin is standing up defiantly. That comes the spare ball, hard and straight, not looking for any hook at all.
That's how you deal with the single pin in the corner. Boy, how Sean Rash needs this.
Yeah, chance for Rash. Looks as though he's enjoying himself, whether he's got any muscle trouble or not. He's certainly enjoying himself here.
Well, he does play the game with a smile on his face, doesn't he? And that smile will still be there after opening up with a double.
Well, he's got something to prove as well. I mean, Don Barrett picked him. If he goes out and shoots 260 or 270, and it will make Barrett's choice look a bit silly, or unfortunate, should we say?
Yes, the other potential choice could have been Kyle Troop, who has not bowled since the very first singles match, and he bowled a 224, but that's academic now. It's Rash that's in the chair, and right now it's Larsen back in the zone. Really good crowd here on Saturday night in Barnsley. Tickets available for Sunday's sessions as well. If you want to get yourself down to the Metrodome in Barnsley, if you're in the area, or watch some world-class bowling, possibly another European win in the Weber Cup, although this man and his crew will have something to say about that. And it's far too early to be anointing any potential winner here.
Well, that was a great looking shot. I thought it had just thrown it a little bit wide to start with, but it came roaring back, hit the headpin nicely. Carried all 10, 3 strikes in a row for the USA captain. He's very happy, his teammates are very happy, and the scoreboard at the moment is very happy.
So Rash is perfect through 3. Just the 1 10 pin left up by Larsen. That's the difference. Oh my goodness me. Well, now that's a game changer.
Well, yeah, the 7-10 off of a pocket hit is really unfortunate. Have a look here and see what went wrong. It's a little bit light in the pocket, so the 4's gone round the 7, the 6 has gone round the 10, and they're both standing there quite defiantly. Well, he gave it a shot, but it's not the sort of spare that you pick up without a lot of effort. and unfortunately an open frame.
Well, is he going to be able to recover from that? Because the way Rash is bowling at the moment.
Well, unfortunately for Lucky Larsen, he was unlucky. Well, now what was all that about?
Yeah.
Rash jumping all over the place. I thought for a second he'd hurt himself, but yeah, he did. He's stuck on the approach. He's down on one knee.
Yeah, not the first time that's happened to him either. It happened early in his last match.
That's right. No,
against Dominic Barrett.
He shot the strike and took 30 pins, but is he hurting somewhere? Has he hurt his sliding knee or something similar like that?
Well, Rash might be hurting physically, but Larsen will be suffering some mental pain right now after that extremely unfortunate 7-10 that he did not deserve. So he's falling quite a way off the pace here, the Swede. Needs to get back in it. Just like that.
Absolutely needs to get back here with a strike. It's a nice looking shot, but I'm just wondering about that 7-10 split in the fourth.
Now let's watch Rash very closely here, see if there are any physical effects. It doesn't appear to be. Oh, hang on, no, he's not happy. He's not happy. He knew instantly. Now, is that a result, do you think, of an adjustment that he made physically at the approach?
I'm not sure. It may be that he's got a problem with that slide knee. That ball's just gone out and got hooked up in the hill. He's left the 1-2-4 and the 10 pin, which is a makeable spare.
Very makeable.
But he didn't really want to throw it that wide, and he's got 4 strikes in a row.
Oh, he doesn't make it though.
Just the 3 count.
Open frame, that changes things once again.
He's looking desperately at the score sheet. He's not happy. He may be smiling, but I think there's something niggling either in his back muscle or he's done something to his sliding knee, perhaps. I'm only speculating. But it's a big open frame after 4 strikes.
And what Larsen's got to do.
Well, he's got to double up.
He really has to. He has got to just really rub Rash's face in it with a double. That'll make it a very close match. No, gosh, never going to work.
Yeah, it just hooked up high on the head pin, I'm afraid. Leaves a 4-pin standing. You need to be deeper in the pocket to carry that one. Just turns up too high, doesn't it? So that can only be a spare. Time for Rash to hit 10 after that rather big open frame in frame number 5. Strike here will open up a 22-pin lead
if he gets it.
For the American captain.
Yeah, looks a bit tentative at the approach there and has left a 10-pin.
It may well be that he really wants to get this game out of the way and perhaps get a bit of therapy tonight, but just doesn't look happy, does he?
No.
Not a bad looking shot, rings the 10-pin in the corner, so that can only be a spare, but ooh, hard and fast.
Yeah, it keeps Larsen within touching distance here.
Yep, just 11 pins in it with 4 frames to go.
But Larsen has got to start putting some strikes together, and that is not something he's managed in the entire match. Just 3 strikes, and they've been dotted right across the sheet. He's due one. Strike spare, strike open, strike spare, so he's due another full 10 here. And as you see, Rash, who started off with 4, has slowed. So Larsen's got to make a move, and he's got to make it right now. That's gone wide, and it's left the 7-pin as it cut in. It was left with too much work to do. Spares are not going to get the job done for Martin Larsen.
That was a massive change of delivery line. Gets right out to the outside boards, comes roaring back, light on the head pin. Nothing mixes around the 7, so it can only be a spare. Not his greatest shot. Now, whether that was a deliberate change of line or whether he just threw it too wide, we probably won't know. But hard and fast at this spare gives him 19 pins.
But Martin is bowling on sub 250 pace now.
Yeah, I think he needs 3 strikes off the sheet here to have a chance.
Yeah.
And give him a 246 game.
And that chance will get a lot slimmer if this fella gets himself back in the zone. He's due. He's had an open, he's had a spare, and he's got another spare, so he's still keeping Larsen alive here.
Martin is hanging on. Not that Sean Rash wants him to, but really wanted a strike here. Good looking shot, corner pinning yet again.
And there is always the danger with these single pins, an error of judgment. We've seen a few. That is a glare into the crowd.
Yes, he was telling somebody off there, wasn't he?
Well, there's a little youngster bouncing up and down rather excitedly in his chair, and I think they just caught him out of the corner of his eye. He's still taking care of business.
Still the 11-pin lead. So Sean went over and gave him a little trinket, a little souvenir, and said, please sit down and sit still.
Oh, that he's nicked the kid's sweets. Come on. Talk about pantomime villain. Then serious business, this.
Yeah, 3 frames to go. Larsen really must hit 2 strikes. Really must.
No, not happening. What is it with Swedes and these corner pins tonight?
I mean, you would look at it and think that's perfectly in the pocket. It's a nice hook ball in behind the head pin. It must just take a deflection off that 3. Pushes the 6-pin wide and straight around the 10-pin. Four single-pin spares so far for Martin Larsen.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with this, and Rash's decision has been fully vindicated here. Although he's still got a bit of work to do himself, because it's a long time since he had a strike.
Yeah, but his advantage is that he hit 4 to start with. So another 2, and that will wrap it up for Team USA, I think. This has got to be the first one. This is a big ball.
Well, potentially even just staying clean could be enough. And he's done more than stay clean. He's taken all 10. I don't think there's any way back into this match for Martin Larsen now.
Well, the lead extends to 22 pins after that little slap on the 10-pin, and it's gone, and he's happy about that. He's got some words to say to the pins. He knows he's in the advantage now. Larsen must strike. And does.
Needed that.
Well, it gives him a shot in the 10th frame, if Rash will let him. The 6-pin slaps the 10-pin from the side, and it goes. There's not much more he can do. He's blasted this pocket for most of the game.
Well, it means that Rash has just got to deal with this foundation frame himself. If he does spare, or if he does have a disaster with a split, things could change, and very quickly. But a strike will pretty much close the door and get the Americans right back in this one, and that was so nearly the split. My goodness, how lucky was he there?
It's going to be 10 pins difference between these two going into the last frame, so it'll be the first one to strike. Will be the winner.
Well, he's got to make absolutely sure of these two. Oh, just about good enough. For a split second there, I wondered if he was going to miss the lead pin, but he didn't. And as you say, if Larsen strikes, that puts an awful lot of pressure on Sean Rash. He will have to match it. So, it's out of his control, but he can at least make it very, very sweaty palm time for his opponent if he can get the strike here. The strike gives him 235. It will force the American to strike to win the point. What's he got? Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. We got the big finale we were looking for here.
Pressure time now on Sean Rash, because a great looking strike in the 9th and 10th frame from the Swede Martin Larsen has set this up for a right to the wire finish. He knows exactly what that implies. And
a strike to win. It is as simple as that. Nothing else will do. It's got to be all 10 for Sean Rash. And he's delivered. That was a huge ball from Sean Rash. Just look at what that meant to the American captain. He had to get a strike, and with the very last ball of the session, he has come up when his team needed it. Instead of Europe enjoying a 3-point advantage, Sean Rash, with the high-pressure ball of the match so far, has delivered, and that means the Americans are now trailing by 1. What a Weber Cup we're enjoying here. It's Europe in front, 11-10.
What a competitor Sean Rash is, and what a dramatic final match of the evening. Absolutely brilliant. Such a crucial match for Team USA to win. Without that, the deficit would have been 3. As it is, it's only 1 going into Sunday. And Sean Rash must have thought, is this going to go down? Is it going to be a strike? Am I going to manage to hold on to this game that I've led the whole way through? Guy, how impressed were you with this final strike for Sean Rash and the celebration afterwards?
Well, I like the celebration the most because it shows how much they really want to win. I don't think it's the best ball he's bowled the entire weekend, but it's not about that. The result was all important because going to bed 3 points down, I wouldn't have liked their chances, but now it's anybody's game for tomorrow.
And there was a mixture of kind of relief, happiness, and kind of tension that he was able to kind of let go after that last strike went down.
Yeah, I think they felt the momentum getting taken away from them, and they want a landslide, getting beaten landslide of this session. So I think they've broken their momentum, and just makes a big difference to go to bed knowing you've delivered a good point for the team.
Yeah, so much good sportsmanship going on behind me. Some of the European players coming over to shake Sean's hand after that win. Terrific victory, set up so nicely for tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it just? I'm so excited to be here tomorrow to see how it all unfolds. It couldn't be better place for both teams. USA went to bed 1 point ahead last night. Europe go to bed 1 point ahead tonight, and who knows how we finish up tomorrow.
Yeah, Guy, thanks very much indeed. We're really looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely cracking. It's been one of those Weber Cups where you just don't know what's going to happen, and you just sense it's going to be a late Sunday night. Europe versus the USA continues tomorrow at 12:30. Well, the Europeans are ahead. They are the reigning champions. They have won 4 times in a row. Can they make it 5? The USA will have to do something special tomorrow. We'll join you.